your favorite pals over here at DrawBomb. Wow, we actually don't get the original version of that song in the randomized order that much. So like when it happens, it's kind of a treat. I feel like, you know,
it's a special moment for all of us.
It's a very, you know, I know I like remixed it and remastered it so it sounded a bit less like blaring in your ears when it started, because the first one was like. Sorry to everyone's ears just
like a
now.
bomb going off.
Yeah, a bass bomb. Bass! But ever since I mixed and mastered it, it's much more pleasing to the ears, I like to think, and less...
I'm pleased. My ears are pleased.
I'm pretty pleased too. My ears got pleased. Censor it on Twitch. Oh man, the internet's already dropping. We're already having...
Yeah, it was saying that while we were doing the show start soon screen.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a great one. Anyways, so yeah, when we get the original version of the theme song, it's kind of a treat because it's right. Much more, it's pared back. It doesn't have a lot going on. It's like kind of like a scaled back sort of theme song compared to the other versions I've made.
More tame.
Yeah.
More grounded.
More grounded. That's right. Anyways, Brandon.
You'll see it.
Welcome to DrawBomb. It's another episode of DrawBomb where we anyways, how was your week?
It was good. It was good. It's been 2 weeks since we were here last.
That's right.
I mean, kind of. I mean, I guess we just didn't do it on a regular time, but we filmed a movie last week.
That's right.
But we're back.
We filmed the movie, and then when it came time to do the show the very next day, or I guess not the very next day, but a few days later, we were like, man,
people don't need that much of us. It's too much.
Too much.
Like, it's presumptuous that people would want to watch another like 2 hours of us after watching like 3 hours of us. You know?
Yeah.
It's too much. I don't even like us that much.
Yeah, I try and like tune myself out.
Us.
Yeah, I try and tune myself out after like 10 minutes. So the fact that we're on for like 2 hours for this show is just like, you know, get over yourself, Ian. God damn it.
I've been trying to tune you out for 15 years.
I keep on coming back. I'm good. I'm glad your week was good. My week, the days keep coming and they don't stop coming. Since I got that real person job, and like, it's funny. I feel like we didn't have that many meetings scheduled, and then as soon as I got the job, it's like we've been meeting up, and like I've been having like meetings. I've been meeting with a friend to do voice acting for his audio drama he's working on. I've been meeting up with you guys for both Empty Head Buffet stuff and extra pitch stuff.
The DrawBomb stuff hasn't been like much more.
No,
honestly, that's usually kind of about how much it is.
No, but it's been like other things have popped up. Like I've been like hired for like extra commissions. Like when it rains it pours. The moment I get the job, it's like I had 4 people come to me for commissions. Yeah. So I've just been very busy. Like anytime I get home from work, I'm like, okay, see you guys. I got another meeting to get to upstairs.
Yeah. You're like, that was a nice day of work. Time to get to work.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna get to work after this. So once we're done with this DrawBomb, I'm doing more of it. I'm doing even more.
Lotus Fox says, "Ooh, Brandon is drawing the elderly." That's right. You know,
that's right.
They're the elders.
They are the future. Or wait, actually,
they're the past.
That's right.
I believe the elders are our past.
That's right. I believe the elders are... Yeah. I couldn't place any more lyrics to that song, but I knew it. I knew what you were doing. I knew what you were doing.
Let's see what else. Life and Dance is up, my guys. Not much, dude. Welcome.
Not much, my man. So yeah, your week has been uneventful aside from the movie.
Just been working.
Yeah.
Just been working.
Same.
And living, working. You know, the two things God put us on this world for.
That's right. Is that what we were put on this? Well, just to work and toil in the fields?
That's why God put us on this. Yeah, exactly. That's why God put us on this world.
Just to toil in the fields. Hold on one sec. I'm looking up specifically Sophia from the Golden Girls because I want my old lady to dress like her.
Oh, yours is gonna be a lady?
Yeah. I think we can make them like a little couple. A little DrawBizzle couple.
Oh, how cute.
I know. How sweet. I've been working. We had
This
a crazy.
Can do it. Anyone can make it. You know,
That's right.
This DrawBomb couple can last the years anyone can. You know, just
That's
good to
right.
see. Just you know, I just
Romance isn't
love
dead.
love. You know what I mean?
One time we had when I was catering weddings, they did like that classic dance. I'm pretty sure I saw this at your wedding too, but there was that classic thing where it's like, how long? Why does this keep doing this? Okay, how long has?
Who's been married the longest? Thing?
Yeah, thank you. The camera feed
I
went
fucking
away.
lost that. I was first out. It was bullshit.
I don't know
think I went that when they got rid of me. I started booing my family that beat me.
When they kicked you, when they were like, whoever has been here the longest, stay dancing, and then like you and Morgan like immediately like went off the dance floor. I don't know if you heard me, but I yelled, "You suck!"
I seem to recall.
It felt really rude.
And I
to do
proceeded to boo my like old.
I told my parents that I did that, and they were like, "Ian, how could
Ian,
you?
no.
Ian, no, that's so rude." And I'm like,
You ruined my wedding, bro.
They're my friends. Like, they know what I'm doing.
No, I didn't actually know. I took it very serious, and you then ruined my day.
I'm so sorry.
Thanks a lot.
Jeez, fuck. I gotta tell them they were right and give them $50.
You guys bet on it?
Yeah, a huge wager actually. I had like 6-to-1 odds.
That was like over a year ago.
It was.
When were you planning on like concluding this bet?
Oh God, never, because I was pretty sure I was gonna lose.
Oh, well, you did.
I sure did. Anyways, we had a crazy story. I have a crazy situation that happened at work today. Not at work, but around the vicinity of work today.
I'm glad you're in this workplace now. Now we're gonna get these great workplace stories.
Dude, I know.
Like something we can all relate to.
Normally,
it's gonna be a real laugh and a half. I can't wait to hear it.
Normally, it's like, Ian, what'd you do? And I'm like, fucking nothing. Now it's like, I went to work.
You're never gonna believe what Deborah said to me today. So Deborah, she comes in. She has a look on her face. I already know it's gonna be a thing. It always is with Deborah.
That daffy broad, I tell you what, she comes into work. So we were hanging out, like, slow day at work because the weather's been cold as shit. And turns out no one wants to go biking when it's cold. Who knew?
What?
Who could have guessed? So we're there and we see like some cop cars driving by, and then we see like a helicopter in the sky, and then our boss is like, hey, so if you guys are wondering about the police presence, apparently somebody got stabbed by a guy with a chainsaw over 3 streets over.
Timeout.
I know.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
I think I know where your question's gonna go.
It's not a stabbing if it's a chainsaw, right?
Well, here's the thing: we don't know, because first, all I read was it's a stabbing, and then for some reason, from multiple people, they were like, "Oh yeah, it says the guy had a chainsaw," and it's like, so did he stab the dude with a knife, but he also had a chainsaw, or did he stab the guy? That's not a stabbing if it's so I don't know. You can't
get stabbed by a chainsaw.
You can't. I mean, I guess you technically can, but it's a different type of stab. You know, it's kind of like a
cut. It's not.
It's a chainsawing. Like if you go. Whoa.
You're getting sawed. You're not. Stab is like a puncture. Sawing is like. Lopped off. If somebody comes up with a hacksaw and like cuts off my leg, I'm not gonna be like, he stabbed my leg off with a saw.
But what if a guy came up with a hacksaw and then jabbed you in the tum-tum with it?
Yeah, I guess you could, but you'd have to like kind of. It's not like it's gonna go in. I mean, it would go in pretty easily, right?
Yeah.
Kyle knows about this. Kyle says, "OMG, yes." They called it stabbing, but man armed with chainsaw.
Okay, so yeah, Kyle does know about this. Okay, and
what if
also
he poked the running chainsaw into your abdomen. Okay, fine.
This was like
voted.
This was like blocks away, by the way, from where Kyle used to live. So
if you would have been outside, from where you used to live, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So let me see. Story was from 4 hours ago. Suspect in custody. Man assaulted, killed in my town.
Oh no, he was killed. Well, I guess if it's a chainsaw stabbing, then you're probably not going to make it out of that.
No, probably not. So I'm trying to see if there's any updates. I'm not sure if Kyle has seen any like further news, because I'm not getting any sort of.
My old man's legs are way too long in coordination to the rest of his body.
That's okay. We can move the bench back a little bit too. Oh my god!
My legs are too long, Owen. My legs are too long.
They say one person is custody. There is no threat to the public. Developing situation. Assault at 3:30. I have not seen anything about this chainsaw though. Like
that's a planned attack, right? Because like you don't just have a chainsaw on you. You don't keep a chainsaw like under your seat.
Yeah, like so like I have to assume it was like a neighbor dispute or something, right? Like you have a chainsaw, probably. You stab a guy, like you're either like someone's mad. Okay, yeah. So according to reports, call came in at a blank time. Man was armed with a chainsaw. Wow. And by the way, like while this was like happening, there's like police cars and like a helicopter flying overhead. I'm like outside fitting a woman's car with like a bike rack. so I'm like,
you could have been in the chainsaw danger zone.
I was in the changer danger zone, you know. But yeah, we were just anytime we were like heading outside to like do stuff for a job, we'd be like, cover me. So that's a situation that happened. Oh, Kyle says I mean like still 6 blocks away. Ian lives in my town because he don't want to be doxxed. Mad respect. Yeah, I'm not saying where I lived. Although I'm sure if you look up
1122 mine town.
Yeah, 123 Fake Street.
Yeah, look up chainsaw attacks today, and there's probably only like a couple of them in the world.
Yeah.
Could be right, I hope.
I've probably doxed myself just by telling the story, in all honesty. So yeah, so that was a situation that happened today.
Wow.
So like there is also like a homeless encampment by where I work, and like that's been like a lot of the talk of just like everybody who comes in or who works there or something like that. And it seems like people were automatically assuming that it was like done by one of the homeless guys, or I think that was just my one coworker. I don't know why. Like, why does he have a chainsaw? He's homeless.
Doesn't have a chainsaw.
So it was weird. It's a whole weird situation. I'm gonna find out probably more of it later on. I think
asks, has Big Beard finally been knighted during these last 2 weeks of absence? There's still he's waiting for some paperwork to go through, so it's not official yet. No.
Yeah. Did you read the epilogue of the movie? By the way, I find it funny that like the epilogue is honestly like the bad ending. Like the epilogue for that movie, no one did well. At the end of our movie.
That's a common thing in their project. Not happy.
So it says I read a comment that said his house may have been tagged beforehand. Tagged.
So somebody spray painted his house, and so he went and got his chainsaw. How do you when you found the person?
I'm just confused about this. There's a lot of like things that don't add up in terms of the story, so I'm gonna have to definitely.
Because like chainsaw is. If somebody's gonna attack you with a chainsaw, you can hear them coming from a ways away.
This is true.
You're just hanging out and like downtown, and you just hear and you're like, you hear that? What is that?
Yeah, in like Resident Evil, you know well ahead of time when Chainsaw Man is like in the vicinity. I'm not telling
you. I'm not victim shaming. Slow at least.
I'm not victim shaming the guy who got murdered.
Jokes, right?
Yeah.
Actually, chainsaw stab.
Somebody got something, is what we know. And there are reports of a chainsaw. Chain stab. So yeah. So that happened today. That was the talk of the town. Definitely after that happened. That's it. That's my story. I bet you weren't expecting me to say that.
Where were you at the time of the you said you were helping a lady with her
I was like 2 blocks away. We had actually found out about the chainsawing beforehand. Oh yeah, where was I? I do have alibis.
Can I see your hands, please?
Actually, I do have blood on my hand because I hurt myself getting that bike rack on her car.
He hurt himself on a bike rack. Yes.
Likely
yes, that sounds
story.
believable.
Hold on.
What is that chainsaw oil?
Oh my god, this man, he's got. Where is the? Hold on, I have a napkin full of my blood on it.
Ian's favorite Netflix anime is
Chainsaw Man. I haven't even seen it.
Oh, that's what the likely story. Yeah, that's what you'd say.
I hear it's good though.
Okay, tell me this: does the main character in Chainsaw Man use a chainsaw?
I have to assume.
Okay, so he has seen it, guys. He knows things about it. Says he hasn't seen it.
Weird. How could he know such plot details? We should. I don't know if we shouldn't make jokes about this though. Like,
no, I guess
someone did die
about the actual event.
No,
honestly, I mean, aside from like the fact that they used the word stabbing, I feel like it's the one part of it I haven't joked about. But yeah, I guess we can move on. That's horrible.
It's awful. It's awful to hear. We will find out more. Kyle, if you have any more information, let us know. But yeah, so that was a situation I dealt with today, mere hours ago. I mean, I didn't deal with it. Somebody else dealt with it. A little bit. Yeah, I didn't deal with it. Somebody else dealt with it much more. Excuse me, than I did.
With it emotionally.
Yeah. Ah, fuck! I drew this old lady on the same layer as the bench.
That's okay, right?
Son of a bench.
You just have to erase some bench. That's fine.
Well, no, it's just I realize it's not that big of a deal if I'm. It's just gonna make it slightly more.
A box full of bread. I like it.
I try to make it a paper bag.
Oh yeah, it does look like a bag. It does. Ian, have you ever been to a Trader Joe's?
Yes.
I just went to one.
For your first time?
Earlier today for the first time.
Interesting.
Is it? I don't know, but
not really, no. But I'm being supportive.
Yes, Andy.
Yeah.
Everything's like nothing you ever need. It's like a whole store full of it.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, here's some weird niche things, and then like I think everybody's just wandering around like, I think this sounds good. I don't know. Strawberry covered chocolate, banana, all like random flavored stuff.
Yeah,
whatever stuff I've had is pretty decent, but it's just I don't know how to go in there with a plan. You can't. I don't think.
You can't, because it's going to be like, hey, do you want olives? Random well, here's olives stuffed with feta cheese and pumpernickel. And it's like, that might be good.
Leviathan Den says he's watching us in VR.
Whoa.
It's like we're actually there.
Oh, right. My fucking stream deck's not working for this particular.
Clock says, can you tilt your head to look under Brandon's chin? Yeah, he knows the secrets that are under here because of virtual reality.
I've got you zoomed in. Hold on. Hey, right. Den. Whoa! Watch out! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Oh my God, you're gonna make him. He just crashed through the drywall and.
Yeah, actually, maybe I shouldn't do that. Yeah. So this will. I think you'll find this funny, but my main experiences with Trader Joe's are I've been there a couple times with Austin. Okay. And Austin, like, growing up and in general, Austin was always the guy who was like, he has the weird food. And I feel like Trader Joe's specializes in weird food, but they also like have decent prices, I want to say. It's been a while since I've been.
It wasn't too bad.
Okay.
It was like some things were really good and some things were a little much, but you know, it's like any specialty place.
It's kind of like, it's a grocery store, but the items are a little on the bougie, like, or just like, you know, it's just like the items are not like, if you get bread, it's like bread with something in it, or I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's kind of like it's kind of like big box artisanal.
Yes, that's a great way of putting it. But yeah, I've never been for myself because I've never like lived, I would say, near a Trader Joe's. I think the one I went with Austin was like in New York or something like that.
I lived near one for, not near, but like, within like 15 minutes of one for years when I was in Grand Rapids. But the problem is it was on the street that I hate going to because it was super like, it's like busy, 4 lanes traffic, always just a pain to drive on. And so I just avoid that place.
Fair enough.
Despite it having a bunch of stuff on it. I never went, but today I went.
Hey.
Boy, it was a store.
What made you decide to go today of all days?
We were visiting some friends who just had a baby, and we were meeting the baby. And have to meet the baby. And they talked, I don't know, they gave us some snack that was like Trader Joe's, and then we got talking about it, and then I'm like, I've never been. And they're like, well, you've never been, you gotta go. And I'm like, it's right near here, I guess I'll go. And so then we went. Boy, interesting things. Right?
So your friends were like, you gotta go. And then the rest was history.
And then I was like, okay, I will.
Have you ever had people like evangelize to you about specific like grocery stores?
Totally. Yeah, I think that's a common thing, right? Is that like
it feels very
one of those
common.
Like adult things, right? Just the most mundane shit we talk to each other about. Yeah.
So like, I used to live next to a place called Save a Lot Food Mart, and I was a little bit of an evangelist for that because I'd be like, oh, I got a whole like 3 loaves of bread for $2.
Wow.
But it was just like your standard grocery store. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. But like also, I met a guy. His name was Sam, and he spoke the sermon of Aldi. You know, like he came.
Yeah,
like,
people love Aldi.
I get it though, because
people who like Aldi love Aldi.
I do get it, because like number one, they do have pretty damn good food there at Aldi. Like if you get a pizza, it's gonna be a good pizza. Like they have good Aldi brand food there, but also like the prices are pretty crazy cheap. Like I'm not
pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah, like if you're gonna like simp for a store, Aldi's not a bad one to do, you know. Yeah. That's it. I just remember, like he gave an impassioned speech about the.
Were you moved?
Yeah, I was moved. I was actually the prices. I was like, actually, yeah, okay, you got me intrigued with those prices. And my dad goes to Aldi as like his grocery store, and like I've been living next to an Aldi my whole life, and I had no idea.
This is your good friend Jacob Aldi.
That's right. He was bald, which is a shame, because he was Jacob Aldi.
Oh, Jacob. Yeah, his first name's Jaco.
Jacob Baldi. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, Trader Joe's. Have you seen the light?
I don't know. It's
all right.
It's cool. I still have to eat all the stuff that I bought. Maybe I'll find something in the batch that like really hooks me, and then I'll be addicted. But I don't know. I hate going to grocery stores, so I just don't really.
Oh really?
Do you like going to the grocery store?
I actually do. Yeah, I actually really love going to the grocery store. Because like, I'm like, especially if like I'm going and I don't have a plan. I love going to the grocery store, looking at all the different foods, being like, ooh, okay, I'm planning my week. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna make some meals this week.
I absolutely hate it. I'm surrounded by people that apparently seem to be in public for the first time.
Fair.
And just have to spend a bunch of money, and I'll be like I'll like sit there and like eat like mustard on crackers for like a week because I just don't want to go get food, and I'm out.
Do you like cooking? I know you like cooking.
I do like cooking.
Yeah, you've like been so excited to cook things for me in the past, so I know you like cooking. So I figured, a grocery store would be
Never
like.
appreciate it.
I
Never appreciate it.
I told you your tacos were delicious.
Like, ew.
I told you your tacos were good.
No, I'm just joking. This is even based on anything realistic.
I know. I'm no butting you. No, I love cooking, and I love, especially because I'm such like a picky eater. Like cooking for myself is like I get to like really like just make the things that like I want to. And I love grocery shopping because it's like I get like all these ideas for things I could cook for myself, and maybe I'll be a little bit experimental this week. Maybe I'll try something new.
Yeah, I like having food and cooking food, and I like the process of like taking my time and like putting it together. But I don't like acquiring the food.
That's fair. I don't blame you.
I also worked at a grocery store for years. Maybe that's part of why I hate it.
Yeah. I think the prices are definitely going to hurt you.
That's a big part of it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't doubt it. And yeah, the prices, excuse me, they do always hurt, but I do always look for deals too. So I'm like a little bit of a deal. Like I don't get coupons. I knew someone who like when I was working at the restaurant, she was one of the fellow servers, but she was like a couponing queen. Like she would come in, she would coupon for herself. She like would terrible. Coupon for other people for like a fee. She would be like, if you pay me $10, I'll do coupons for you.
Also because I work at the grocery store.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you're like, you're slowing everything down.
I don't have time for this shit.
I get it though. Like the coupons are gonna save you some sweet loot, but it's like your
problem with couponers is they're not. Okay, here's my I'm just gonna go quick because I could rant about this.
Please do.
Couponers are annoying because A, they're buying shit they don't need, so they're buying like I found a loophole with your like ad versus this coupon, so I get it for practically like free. It's clearly like a glitch, but like haha, I found a loophole, so I get it, and it's going to get me like a pallet of mustard. We're like stupid. That's just like wasteful. Mustard. Like seriously, like they'll just like I found this thing that makes mustard free because you accidentally paired this coupon with this deal you were doing this week, and so it's a loophole essentially, and you guys have to honor it. But I'm going to take advantage of it as much as you'll let me. So how much mustard do you have in the building? Okay, cool. I'll take them all.
Yeah.
And then so they have like all this like annoying shit. Takes forever to like go through all the thing to like acquire it, and they're so like they have this plan of like, no, I'm gonna do this and this, and then I'm gonna get it for free, or I'm gonna get it for like cents. So like if one of their coupons doesn't work for some reason, they're like, okay, stop the whole process. We need to put all this like this entire cart of shampoo back now because I found out that I was wrong, that one was a deal. Put the whole this giant like 10 gallons of shampoo back now. It's like fuck, and there's people like in line behind them.
Yeah.
It's like you're awful.
So is it better with self-checkout?
Yeah, but most self-checkouts are like a certain amount of items, and these coupon people are not getting 12 items or less.
This is true. This is true.
Carts and carts of mustard. Oh, sorry. I worked right in it. That's the reason I'm like so passionate.
I understand. I understand. I sympathize with both you and the couponers because, you know.
Me too. If you're like,
gotta get those deals.
I got dinner for my family and it didn't cost me as much because I did my due diligence. Great, good job. But if you're like, my garage is filled with shelves of condiments and shampoo because I cheat the system to make other people's lives miserable. Like, I'm not like I don't care about the store losing out, but I'm just like, or work
for you. It's like a ordeal every time.
Yeah,
and that's fair. I mean,
care less about the store losing money, like whatever.
Oh yeah. Who cares? The Kroger family, or what are their names? The DeVoe family.
No, it's Kroger. But the one I worked at. But there's like.
Well, doesn't DeVos own?
I don't know.
Or DeVoe? I don't know how you say their name. Don't they own Kroger?
No, they don't. They don't. No.
Okay, my bad. They own one of them, though, right? Like one of the.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
My brain is turning to soup. Anyways, but yeah, so she would like get people to pay her like $10 to do coupons for them for that week or something like that. Which I mean, it's a good hustle.
Sure. Yeah. You know.
But
it says something too if you're like your fee still saves the person money. You know.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
You're getting paid. You're paying somebody to get your groceries, and you're still paying less than you would if you just went and bought those groceries yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I like grocery shopping. I mean, I haven't done it a lot lately, so maybe my memory is a bit skewed, but I just remember, like, going to the grocery store with a jaunt in my step, being like, gonna get some eggs and some other things that I'm gonna eat, and I'm gonna get hungry, come home, eat the food that I wanna eat, It was a fun time for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like everybody in the grocery store is, like, standing in the aisles, like, in the middle of the aisle, like, somehow unaware that you're behind them waiting to get by, and everyone's just, I don't know, a million people crammed into a little space, and no one has any spatial awareness. And I'm very angry at this episode. I'm all fired up. It was
you're coming in hot.
Because you mentioned grocery stores.
You did used to work in one.
Crazy Kyle says, you know what really grinds my gears with my. Yeah, exactly.
You're angry about these grocery store people than I was about the guy who got murdered with a chainsaw. Jesus.
That's true. I made jokes about that, and now you're like, hey, cool how some people save money with coupons, and I'm like, oh, fuck, oh, jeez, what an injustice. What an injustice.
Pictures. It's interesting how that works out. That's very funny. Yeah, so you went to Trader Joe's, wasn't Aldi's. I've never been to a Costco. There's never been one.
Have you been to Sam's Club?
No. Never been one near me. Gotcha. But I've heard...
If you had been to Sam's Club, it's the same.
I've heard of the hollowed halls of Costco, and they sound great. And I would probably be a fan of Costco if I ever went.
Yeah, I like Costco, but it doesn't quite override my hate for grocery stores.
I mean, again, to be fair, you worked in one for a very long time, so you got special right to hate grocery stores. It's like you have PTSD from it, you know.
At least Costco's pay their employees really well.
This is true. Yeah, that's why I also
career place to work if you're working at a grocery store.
That's why I don't even feel bad about there's a lot of places where I'm like, I shouldn't simp for this corporation because they're a corporation. But Costco, I'm almost like, you know what?
Yeah.
Them, Ben and Jerry's, well. Valve, all of those companies, they seem pretty cool.
Yeah.
Valve with that whole Counter-Strike skins kind of becoming like a black market situation. A little shady. But for the most part, can't hate on what Valve's done. But, Ben and Jerry's, love those guys. Costco, love those guys.
Never been to Costco.
No, but I like the good prices and the fact that they pay their employees well, apparently.
That's fair.
Yeah. There's like a Street Fighter fight going on in this pond. Well, have you seen any movies, Brandon? Have you seen any things?
I saw a movie. Me and Morgan watched Poor Thing.
Oh, I've heard good things.
Emma Stone. Yeah, it's a good movie. I liked it. It's very I didn't know what to expect at all. I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, I've avoided spoilers so far.
It's stylized in very, very cool ways. But it is one of those movies that 70% of the movie is just Emma Stone having sex with different people. So it's one of those movies you can't really recommend to people without them thinking you're some kind of pervert. But
right.
It's a fun movie. It's interesting. There's a lot of good performances. Willem Dafoe's in it. Love Willem Dafoe.
Yeah. Love Willem Dafoe.
And he's without spoiling anything, he's a mad scientist, and he's all Frankenstein-y looking. He's got all these weird quirks and shit. Yeah, he's great. He's doing his thing. But yeah, it's fun. It's very stylized in some really cool ways. I enjoyed it.
Nice.
But yeah, it's as Red Letter Media would often say to Jay, it's one of those one of your pervert movies.
Yeah. So speaking of Red Letter Media, I did watch the review of Ghostbusters because I have no intention of watching it myself.
Did they love it?
They liked it more than Afterlife.
Okay.
But they still didn't like it. They said it was like, hey, if you want to see a movie where people bust some ghosts occasionally, it's a movie. That was kind of their final word on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand.
Done.
It's hard to care about stuff. Yeah. Like, why do you need more of the same? I know I understand you like the old one, but you're still allowed to watch it.
Yeah, you can just go back and watch that.
I don't know.
So like
people like it. That's cool.
So new Ghostbusters just came out. They just announced a new Alien movie, and they finally dropped the trailer for Beetlejuice 2.
Oh yeah.
I'm so fucking done with reboots and 20-year later sequels.
They've been doing this for 10 years now, more.
I know, and I'm done. I'm over it. I'm IP. Like, let all the IP die. Fucking Christ. Let it all die. Let all the IP languish and wither away like an atrophied limb. Please, for the love of fucking God.
I don't know. Obviously people are going to see this stuff, or else they wouldn't keep doing it.
That's true.
But it's a bummer that. So I'm a fan. I think most people would be. So it's not even like a kind of hot take or anything. But I'm a fan of how much stuff has moved to like TV.
Yeah.
And like the most of your creative stories that are being told are done so on TV or streaming platform instead of the theater now, because I think just big movies are just too expensive. So
yeah,
if you're gonna make something that's more of a risk or more creative, it's gonna be on TV. But it sucks. I mean, as much as I'm like happy that at most I don't have to go to the theater that often, I do enjoy going occasionally. But it's too bad that everything in the theater is just like the most boring, bland stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, come back to the theater, and it's like, no, all that you're showing is like sequels and reboots. I don't want to go there. It sucks. Sometimes I'll have a day off and I'm like, I wonder what's playing at the theater, and I look at the whole list and I'm just like, this all looks like shit.
Yeah. Did you see the trailer for Beetlejuice 2?
It was, I mean, kind of, but wasn't it? Did you see it? Wasn't it just like a teaser? Like it just shows all the characters, and then Beetlejuice is like, and then they're like, Beetlejuice. I like the title. That part's clever. But
yeah,
like that's called Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Although it's funny, my very
that
first
means
thought
they're gonna make a third Beetlejuice.
I know. That's what I said. I'm like, fuck. That means they're gonna make another one.
Yep.
That was literally before I could even react to anything. My first thought was like, oh, they're gonna make a third one now.
Yep.
Damn it.
So here's the thing. I did see the teaser without audio that you're referring to, and then I was on YouTube, I want to say 2 days ago, the day after I saw the trailer for the new Alien movie, and so it was like Beetlejuice trailer number 2. Like now they have like numbers for the trailers because they released like a series of trailers now, and it was like trailer number 2, and it's like dum dum, 6 foot, 7 foot.
Yeah, I saw that one. It was
like a dramatic,
singing.
like a dramatic version, slowed down version of Tally Me Banana, and I'm like, as soon as like that was like what I clicked skip. I was like, no, I can't fucking do this anymore. I'm done.
Right off the bat, they're like fan service and nothing else. Like they can't do anything original. Like if you're gonna do a reboot. Not a reboot, sequel, after all this time, and you're bringing back this IP that's like beloved and maybe a cult classic or this or that. Just take this world you've built and tell a new story. You don't have to be like, hey, remember when he said this? He'll say it again, and then everyone will get up and clap. I hope they do that one. You know that one song that was in the movie? It's back.
We've remixed it.
It's all back.
It's a remix.
I just don't understand why no one gets it. I feel like it's got to be like, there's got to be more to it than
I think the Rubes
I'm
fall
not
for
like
it.
I'm not like a genius, right? It's got to be something because
yeah,
I'm not like some kind of like it's too easy to be like this is all you got to do, but yeah, people must fall for it, right?
I have to assume that like Marks and Rubes fall for it. I don't know, man. I'm so fucking done. I'm so done. Like, I don't know what something broke in me when the fucking and like I don't even give a shit about Beetlejuice that much. I like it. It's a fine movie. Beetlejuice. There's not a lot of plot to it, but it's a fun movie. I've seen it twice. I saw it once for the first time the day I found out I was gonna get evicted on my birthday, and I was moving out from my ex-girlfriend's place, which was both a happy and sad occasion because on the one hand I was getting evicted and didn't know what I was homeless then for 2 months after that. Essentially, it feels rude to call it homeless. Someone let me live on their couch for that 2 months, but I was also moving out of my ex-girlfriend's place, and that was wonderful to be free. But I watched Beetlejuice one time for the first time in 2019, and then I watched Beetlejuice again. I think we watched it for Halloween last year, and I'm like, yeah, it's a fun movie. I like it. It's fun. I like it. And somehow I don't know why when I heard them doing like the slowed down like daylight come, and I was just I don't know, something broke in my brain, and I was like, no more. I'm done. I can't.
So, like egregiously like member berries.
They're so egregiously memorable. I'm just done. I just can't. I can't anymore. The Alien trailer, some people said that they thought it looked good. I'm not trying to shit on those people because I think they're in the chat right now. But they said it looked fine because they liked previous movies by the person. Which would that previous movie was? Yeah, that previous movie was an Evil Dead remake. And then also, the Alien movie, like the trailer I saw, was just like 5 people getting like face huggered in a spaceship, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it, face huggers. Okay, I didn't have to know the like title of the movie before I knew what they were doing. And I'm just like, I'm so done. I'm so done with the remakes, the sequels, the reboots.
I just can't care. I can't care.
I just don't care anymore. Yeah, like.
It doesn't matter if it's a thing that I love. I'm like I said, I'm a big fan of Beetlejuice. I like Beetlejuice a lot. I think it's like super like creative and fun, and like all the designs are like super like interesting and cool, and like I think it's funny and I like it. But I don't even give a shit about this. I can't. I can try, but it's not real. Yeah, it's like even if I'm like part of me is like, oh, but you like Beetlejuice. I'm like, who gives a shit? Can't give a shit.
Anyways,
we're not yucking yums. I'm just tired. I'm exhausted.
I'm so exhausted.
If you're excited about any of these movies, that's cool. I'm happy for you.
I'm not mad at you guys.
I hope it's great.
I do too.
I hope it's great.
This is the guy who talked like last year. Yeah, this is the guy who, by the way, I'm the guy last year who said, oh, hey, the Christmas Story sequel that they came out with like 20 to 40 years later with Ralphie as the main character again. I liked it. I did say that, and I don't take that back. I still liked the Christmas Story sequel. I mean, it wasn't like, oh, go run to your nearest Amazon Prime and watch it, but I thought it was fine. I laughed at it. It had charm to it. But
I'm trying to think what my breaking moment was. If yours was this trailer, because I've been feeling this way for a long time. Where I felt
this way for a while too, but I don't know why. But this trailer made me like mad, and like I officially like became. I don't know. My brain broke. I don't know. Did you feel like your brain broke like the way I feel like mine is broken previously?
Yes. I've been like, for like I don't know 5 or 8 years or so. I feel like every time I see one of these trailers, I don't even know how to describe the feeling I feel. It's like a void of emotion. It makes me just like disassociate and go to like leave this plane for a moment where I'm just like, this is the most, I feel nothing. This is boring. It's the death of creativity. They took this thing that was once my favorite thing, going to the movie theater, seeing movies. It used to be my literal favorite thing in the world. My first job, I wanted to work at the movie theater just so I could go to the movie theater more. And now I couldn't care less about that place. It's just I feel almost like depressed thinking about it. Like not actually, because who cares, but like just just a void of feeling. Like I don't know. It's like it's like this thing that I cared about died, and now I just am numb when I think about it.
I've become so numb, I can't feel you there.
The movie Detail. That's more what what grinds my gears.
That's more grinds my gears. Yeah. Anyways.
I don't know why I'm so high, like mad. Just I'm mad this episode.
Anyways, if we hang out later on tonight, do you want to watch the new Roadhouse that just came out?
Yes, please. I've been dying to see it. They got Jake Gyllenhaal for it.
Jake Gyllenhaal. I can't wait to see him Roadhouse.
And here's something wild. I've still never seen the first one.
Really? Oh my god, it's so fucking fun.
I want to.
It's so fun. Oh, you got actually okay. Maybe we'll double feature Roadhouse and Roadhouse.
That's gonna make me mad to see them side by side. It's gonna make me mad.
Did I tell you that?
I know I would enjoy the original. It's just one of those things. Just hasn't happened.
I feel you. It's worth it. Maybe we'll start with the first one, and maybe we won't double feature. Maybe we'll do Roadhouse, new generation. Like a week. We'll give it a week or something like that. I don't know. Austin and I did watch the Point Break remake or reboot or whatever we're fucking calling these things.
Yeah.
It was terrible. It was awful. None of the charm of the original was there. Like Patrick Swayze in the original Point Break, like he's kind of like you can see where he's like coming from. He like makes some very good points, but then it's like, oh, but like the killing and the robbing, I don't know, like I wouldn't go that far, but I understand your point of view, but like, you're still a bad guy because of what you're doing. And like you're charming and you bring up like what you say makes a lot of sense. And you're cool, and you're Patrick Swayze, so like you got all the Patrick Swayze charm. But then like the new one is just like none of that is there. None of that is there. The guy's like, it's like
make you give a shit about any of the characters.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know, like they're trying to still have like the same dynamic of like Johnny Utah. He like still like respects and like has that bromance with like Bodhi, but Bodhi is like Bodhi is like the deviant art like original character Do Not Steal version of Bodhi from Point Break. You know what I mean?
I think I
kind of like he's just like dark and brooding and like none of the charisma is there. He's just like they're like punching or getting punched. I don't know. It's so fucking bad. It was just like there was a scene I think where Bodhi like has Johnny Utah and like someone's getting punched or something, and Austin and I were just watching it and going like, this movie fucking sucks. Like we both said it at like the same time. Like it was such a there was just a crystallizing. I mean, we didn't have to like have a crystallizing moment to know the movie sucked, but like we were just watching. We're just like, this is trash. Like there is nothing redeeming about this movie right now. Like it's just nothing. It's just shit. It's just goop. Anyways, I'm sure the Roadhouse remake will have all of the charm of the original.
Yeah, that's one thing about reboots that I will say as a compliment. They always tend to capture the energy of the original, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That algorithm they got making movies and like the Hollywood execs that were running them, they got to figure it out, man.
They got it down pat.
My dude, they got it so figured.
It's a weird thing, and obviously, like we said, there's people who buy into it, or else they wouldn't be doing it. But so they take these beloved IPs and they remake them, and then they're like, oh, well, people come see it because they love this thing. But for me, if I love the original, then I have even less desire to see a new one because I'm like, oh, I have the original and I love it. Why do I need to see someone try again? Like it's already been done and they nailed it. Like the more they nailed it the first time, the less I care to see the remake. Honestly, like so it's a weird, like it almost like makes me want to see it less, even if there wasn't this huge culture of like reboots sucking. Say they were good, like it's just like I just don't care because I'm like I like the original. I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I sounding like a hipster? I'm not trying to. No. I just
like, God forbid they make like a Starship Troopers remake. I'm gonna be like, but the first one was a perfect movie. You have no reason to redo a perfect. It's like taking like the Sistine Chapel and trying to redo it but make it better. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make the Sistine Chapel. I'm gonna paint an even better version of it, and you're just gonna end up with like that time that person tried to recreate that painting of Jesus, but it was like he looked like a monkey Jesus, you know.
I for one follow Monkey Jesus wherever he leads me.
I will be his apostle.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's just kind of like even more of a strange thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess just nostalgia is a powerful thing. It gets a lot of people to spend their money, I guess.
I watched Hocus Pocus too. And here's the thing. I'm a mark, I guess, because I mean I haven't paid money to go to a theater to see these things, but I have.
You watch the stuff.
I've put them on a streaming service that I've already had a subscription to. Like, I won't get a streaming service subscription to be like, oh, let's watch Roadhouse. But I have like been like ambiently like, oh, we do have Disney Plus. Oh, is there a new Hocus Pocus 2? I bet it sucks. Put it on.
So it
sucked.
They get what they want from you either way.
Yeah, I guess so. They got their metrics out of me.
I'm not trying to sound like I'm a purist, this or that, but I'm pretty good about. Not pretty good. Like, watch what you want to watch. Who cares? It's not about being
good or not. Are you
mocking
me, bro? Are you dissing?
No, I was just gonna say like I
don't
watch these things. I haven't, and it's not like me saying like I'm above it. I just really just feel have no interest, and it's been. I can't think of the last like reboot thing I've watched.
Yes, I can. I can think of one.
What was it?
We watched it together. It was Prey.
Oh yeah. Well,
the Predator prequel.
Yeah.
That one I also felt nothing for.
Yeah, it was fine.
It was an interesting concept, I guess. Like, it was an interesting take.
It wasn't the worst.
It wasn't the worst, but it was also like not. I felt nothing.
It's even harder when it's comedies because those are just like.
Oh God, yeah. What did you see Dumb and Dumber 2?
I did. I shouldn't have.
You son of a bitch.
Sad. It's like harder, I think, because it's like the circumstances and the time and the people who made the original are all. It's either new people making it or it's the people who made it originally have changed so much over the last like 20 years as anyone does. And then on top of that, I think I'm assuming it can't be that all these screenwriters bad, right? Like it's got to be that the studio's like, hey, you have to mention this joke and this joke and this joke because it's what the people love from the original.
Yeah, I'm sure they have
like
a
checklist. That has to be part of it.
Yeah,
it has to be part of it. I can't imagine that it's just no one understands that if you pick the characters from Dumb and Dumber and just don't have them say any of the lines that they said in the first one and just have them go on a new adventure. It would still probably suck, but it'd be at least more watchable than.
Member Berries the movie.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing they always keep doing is just like making it references to the original. It's instead of it it almost isn't even a standalone because it's only references.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's dumb.
It's dumb.
But I'm sure this is not that interesting to listen to.
Yeah, I'm sorry that we've been ranting for like the entire episode about this, that. Like this is the angriest DrawBomb episode ever, maybe.
It is.
And it's I find it fucked up. We're less angry about the murder than the movie prequels and reboots and sequels. Where are our priorities, man? Jesus.
What's wrong?
To be fair, I also have no information.
Don't make another sequel. What does it matter?
To be fair, I also have no information about the murder that happened, so it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly kind of stopped talking about it out of. I felt kind of like as I kind of like took a step back and realized what I was doing. I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be talking about this.
We're gonna get so fucking canceled over this episode, man. People are gonna be like, dude, these guys, they laughed about murder, and it's like, I don't know.
A man got stabbed by a chainsaw and they laughed.
What kind of monsters are they? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know shit about this murder yet.
I didn't laugh about murder. I laughed about the verbiage used to describe it.
To To be fair, also like this is like the first time I think a murder's ever happened like in this town, so it feels very strange to be like, oh hey,
I gotta get those numbers up, man.
yeah, I gotta get those murder numbers up. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. Let's move on from the murder. Maybe we move on from the reboots. I do want to watch the Point Break remake with you because I feel like that would be I feel like.
I thought you said you saw that one.
No, I saw the first one, the remake though. Oh, I'm sorry, Point Break. Did I say Point? I meant Roadhouse.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Anyways, I'm done. The Beetlejuice trailer broke me.
I'm done.
And this is like also like, to be fair, complete hypocrite. The last project Tim Burton did, a Wednesday Addams fucking TV show. So like, you know, and I was like, oh, it's good. I liked it. So like, am I consistent at all? No, not at all. So
that feels. It's technically a reboot, but I don't know. Addams Family is like, that one's more like a institution. Like it's like a thing that's been like around forever and just it's like different iterations, like Archie or something like that.
Yeah, and
that one I feel like is less egregious.
There are like, you can do like reinterpretations of like previous stories, you know, and like I won't be like, Hook is a great movie. It's a Peter Pan. It's like the nth Peter Pan movie, but it's a great interpretation of Peter Pan. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah,
there are ways to do it where it's like, oh, this is fun, this is interesting, this has a new point of view, this is doing something different with the story. It's not
totally.
But
I guess that is technically a reboot, but it's kind of like,
yeah,
I don't know.
It's a sequel.
As long as you're doing something creative, you're actually like trying to like break new ground. I'm most likely going to be okay with what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
I just get bored with the member berries and the like sequels and the just like, hey everybody, remember this thing that you all like?
Yeah.
It's back and it's the same.
We preserved it in a crystal case where no air got in or out.
Everybody in it looks older and looks
worse.
Like they kind of hate their lives, but they're back.
We paid them a lot of money to make a piece of shit.
They said no, and then we said, what if we pay you this? And they said no, and we said, what if we pay you this? And then they finally gave in, and we're making it, baby.
Yeah. Don't you love the way that Beetlejuice said nice fucking model? Well, guess what? He won't say it in this one because that's a swear, and we need to appeal to all the audiences. And you can't say F-bombs if you say you can't get the babies and the adults in here. See what we're trying to do? We're trying to get the adults in here who love the original nice fucking model movie. And then we're trying to get their babies in here so in 10 years from now, we can sell them another Beetlejuice reboot when we also run out of ideas and don't want to take risks again. It's a cycle.
Trailer
we're trying
I saw. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm done doing this.
Get in the middle of your bit.
It's a terrible bit. Go ahead.
The trailer I saw is like, it's just like a camera pans over all the actors to show that they're back.
Uh-huh.
And then he appears and he goes, "The juice is loose," and it's like, did you remake this movie because you thought of that? Like, was this all a vehicle for you to say that one thing? It feels too like.
You know what the people who grew up with Beetlejuice love? O.J. Simpson references. That's what they're dying for. That's what'll get their butts back in the theater. O.J. Simpson jokes. He's still relevant.
You think we're bad for laughing at murder? The Beetlejuice movie is laughing at murder.
This is true. You heard it here first. Fucking Christ. Oh. What did I do? I have a lock button on my alpha lock mode.
You know, everyone enjoy Beetlejuice.
Yeah, if you like Beetlejuice, I'm not here to fucking shame you. I just wait for the sweet embrace of death. I don't know, man.
Yeah, one of these days, I won't have to see any more trailers.
God, wouldn't that be
gone from this mortal plane?
Yeah, please. free me from my hell.
When we go to heaven, if we go to heaven.
Yeah. We're not. We made fun of a murder.
St. Peter's gonna be like reading through the book of whatever, and he's gonna be like, it says here you complained about Beetlejuice 2 for 3 hours? Yeah, I think that's a sin. I'm not sure, but it feels like a sin.
Something about that doesn't feel right.
You're going to hell.
Yeah. Look, you weren't using your time on Earth for any value anyway, so just gonna kick you on down.
The hell with you. But I don't know.
Viewers of DrawBomb, please enter into your controllers. Press a 1 if you thought the murder topic was the enjoyable topic of the show. If you thought the movie reboots and sequels topic was the enjoyable topic of the show, press 2 into your remotes. Thank you.
Those are the only options.
Those are the only two things. Oh, and press 3 if you enjoyed the topic about Trader Joe's.
What a show.
Man, we're on
fire. How is the show not more popular?
Right, man. 175 episodes and no one's in the chat. Who could have seen that coming?
They're missing out.
Missing out, everybody.
We have the commentary here.
Real hot takes coming your way. Oh,
hot take.
What? They don't like the reboots and remakes? Crazy. Who could have guessed?
They must be the first.
They're the first to say it.
They took the, what is it, the blue pill, the red pill? I don't even remember. I should watch the remakes to see, because they probably reference it enough.
You should, yeah, you gotta watch Matrix Reinvention, or whatever the fuck the shitty fourth one we did watch together was.
I did not like it. Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed? It sucked. Who could have known it? We hated it. It was a shit. The action scenes were bad. The storyline was dumb. The best part about it was Neil Patrick Harris. Who could have guessed that's a sentence I would have said about a Matrix movie in the year of our Lord 2022 to 2024?
And for people who like good music.
God.
Leviathan Den says 91k points, almost there.
For what?
He is saving those points. He says he has 91,000 or 91k lips.
We don't even have anything worth that much. We don't have anything worth over.
I'm gonna think something. I'm gonna add a button that costs 100k lips.
Make it 200k.
It's gonna be something disappointing.
Give him something to work towards.
Yeah. I told him we were talking privately, like we were hanging out playing something, and I told him that when you hit 100k, we just ban you.
Perfect. I love it. You know what's weird is in DrawPile, I hit something on my keyboard, and all of a sudden I wasn't drawing, and then when I looked over, there was a lock button on my brush tool, and when I moused over it, it said Alpha Lock On, click to reset. And I'm like, oh shit, how do I get that back? Because that sounds really useful.
Is there somewhere like settings that has all the hotkeys listed?
I'm looking right now as we speak.
Gotta
be brush settings. Okay, that's a different one. Go ahead.
If you hit 100,000 lips, you get a cameo from Willem Dafoe.
We'll pay for it.
Like, hey there. Thanks for watching DrawBomb.
I love it. I'm changing my color wheel right now. This is crazy, dude. Shortcuts. Here we go.
It says here you've watched 112 hours of DrawBomb. Wow.
Why?
That really is something.
Oh man, we're a great show. The fact that we haven't popped off is a surprise to me.
We are popping off more and more every day. I don't know what you're talking about.
We're on the up and up.
You've heard of it. I've heard of it. Who hasn't heard of it?
Yeah.
They're working on our reboot right now.
That's right. Jake Gyllenhaal plays the chat. He just sits there and reads it out.
Who plays you in the DrawBomb movie?
Fucking Tom Holland. I don't know.
All right, mine's a
Finn Wolfhard for you.
With a beard, and you got Tom Holland, and they're the DrawBois.
They are. They look like little boys, cause one is and the other just does.
they're just permanent
children. Almost like Gary Coleman, but not with that thing that Gary Coleman had.
What? Be an African American?
No, what? No.
Oh, I thought that's what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
I don't even see the... When I check
If you thought that was a funny joke, press 1.
If you are offended,
Brandon is a bad person.
Press 2. Oh. Ooh, become operator. Hold on. Control Alt O. To become operator. Give me number 9. I don't see
operator.
Ooh, I do. I don't see an alpha lock button on here though. Like L lock brush. I don't. How did I turn on alpha lock?
You only get to do it once, and then that setting gets deleted.
I lost it. Draw pile, and like the thing is, draw pile is
good.
DrawPile is such an obscure program. I doubt anybody's like written an article about it on the internet.
I think we're the only ones using it.
Yeah, I think so. In DrawPile, you alpha lock your brush, not the layer. Oh, hold on. There is a frequently asked. Thank you, frequently asked question. For plastic brushes, you do this by changing the brush mode from normal to recolor. Oh, okay. Well, that's actually. How did I do that? How did I do that by accident then? What?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. But look, Brandon, look what I can do now. Oh, shit. It didn't do what I was trying to do.
Cool.
Awesome job.
Wow. Knew
Wow.
You had, didn't you?
Very sweet.
Yeah.
And now my undo button's not working.
I guess you can only do now. You can't undo.
It didn't even work.
How do you undo that which has not been done?
Good question, dude. Okay, so now I have to manually erase, cause clips do, because DrawPile is weird. Anyways, boy, Brandon, what's your favorite remake / reboot / Oh yeah, in the Red Letter Media.
Okay ones.
There are some okay ones, yeah.
Pretty rare. But...
Like I said, I like the Wednesday show. That was fun. Reinterpretations are interesting.
So I was saying earlier, I think like comedy is the hardest because it's just like I don't know. They tend to always go down the hole of just the same quote. They like say the same lines and everything. Like,
yeah.
Extra annoying. And it seems like the sense of humor has changed from these people that are like 20 years older, which obviously, I mean that's normal. I mean I'd be surprised if it didn't. It's just a hard thing to like thread the needle in the same way. But I thought the Beavis and Butthead remake was good.
I did, and I thought we watched like a new episode of like the re-brought back show together, and we thought it was funny. They managed to.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
I just watched some more of it. I think it got another season.
Nice, good for them.
Pretty good. I thought the Bill and Ted movie was pretty all right.
Yeah, I agree. I liked the Bill and Ted movie.
Even though there was a lot of member berries, they somehow found a way to make it like I think because it's like time travel, it makes it seem less egregious to like pull something literally physically out from the past.
Yeah, and they did enough with it that like it was still interesting. Yeah, I liked the Bill and Ted movie. You're right. I can't shit on that. There we go. Look, I did it. Grant, did you see it?
Oh, I was trying to do that earlier, and I don't know how.
So yeah, if you change your brush to recolor. Recolor.
How do you go and do that thing?
So if you go to your brush settings, like you should see like size. There's like the drop down menu that says normal.
Yes.
Second option.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. The Bill and Ted movie was good. I liked the Invader Zim sequel thingy they did.
Oh, I forgot all about that. Yeah.
I thought the Rocko's Modern Life one wasn't as good, but still enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
That's it. I don't know. I can't think of any more.
It's not many. Might be. Maybe maybe I'm a little.
I'm sure there's more.
Pickier, but.
Yeah. Also, like we're probably picky, like movie watch. Like we've watched so many movies. I think we've watched more movies than your average bear. So I think that kind of colors our perception of how enjoyable a thing is.
Also, spent big portion of my rant trying to argue how much I don't care, but obviously I'm like mad, so maybe
Yeah.
I care more. So maybe a normal person just doesn't give that much of a shit about this stuff, and then they're like, I have bills to pay and shit. I don't care about this. I just wanted to watch something for 90 minutes, and now that was fun. Anyways, back to my life, and I'm the guy that like got a rant about it on the internet for 2 hours. So maybe I'm the one who's got issues.
To give you like the alternate side of the coin of us is the one guy who's like the guy who's like training me at my job and stuff. Like, he's very tiring. He's a very exhausting person. But he watches a bunch of movies. Like I literally my first day on the job, like one of our other like older experienced bike mechanics was in the shop. And he was carrying like a trash bag out to his car, and I come to find out by the end of that day that this trash bag was full to the brim, and he carried it to his car. Come to find out at the end of the day that the first guy who's exhausting, that was like all of his movies in DVD
form. In a bag.
Well, he was giving them away because he was like, I'm gonna die eventually, and I don't want I don't have any family, so I just gave him to Rick. That's the name of the other guy. Because, like, what am I going to do with these movies? I've already seen him 80 times, however many times. So he's like, I don't care. So he just gave him but, like, it was a full-ass trash bag full of movies. So he's watched a lot of movies, is what I'm trying to say. But anyways, we were talking about movies. By the way, this is the guy who did not like Mad Max Fury Road. But I was talking to him about movies, and he's like, yeah, I don't want a movie that has like metaphors or anything like that. I just want to watch like people shoot guns at other people, and I'm like, okay. I mean, look, that's how you interact.
There's a lot of that.
There's a lot of that. So that's how you interact. And he's the one who liked like the first Ghostbusters. He and I have very different views on movies. Like movies that he likes, I don't like. Movies that I like, he doesn't like. I was talking like. He showed me some things to watch that I'm like, actually, that does look interesting. I will watch that. But like, I was like, we were talking about some things. I was like, yeah, you ever watch Breaking Bad? He's like, nah, not into the meth stuff. And then
the meth stuff, like that's like a genre.
And then he followed that up, by the way, with saying, that's why I never watched Seinfeld, because I just I can't get myself into the mindset of some New York Jews. And I'm like, okay.
Oh.
Well,
oh,
this is
tattling on himself.
Yeah, it's the look. It is what it is. Okay, I don't know what to say. And he was like,
I think it's best to not say something and to escape from that conversation.
Yeah, I did my best. And he was like, I know that's not the.
Go.
Yeah, got a blast. He was like, I know it's not the best thing to say, but look, I don't, and I wanted to be like, look, dude, I'm not from New York, I'm not Jewish, but like Seinfeld has plenty of funny shit. Like that's not the point of the show.
You said you like movies where people shoot each other. You can get into that mindset.
Oh yeah, he talks about his guns a lot. Yeah, he talks about his guns and how he likes to shoot squirrels for fun, and gophers and groundhogs.
I think I know this guy. I think he's from my hometown.
Yeah, he's from my home. He is my hometown.
Does he own a chainsaw?
We did actually. Okay, so we were making jokes about it too. Like 10 minutes after like we found out, not that the guy died. I found out the guy died on this show, but we were making jokes because like it was like the suspect was 6 foot tall, wearing a black hoodie, and we were both wearing black hoodies and are 6 foot tall, and so we made jokes like, oh, better not carry a chainsaw. But yeah, I mean, you know, he's a type of person. That's what I can put it at. But like the point of Seinfeld isn't like, oh, we're so Jewish, we're so in New York. Like that's some of it, sure, but like,
if anything, Seinfeld's like one of the more relatable shows ever.
Yeah, it's like, you ever been lost in a parking lot? You ever?
Seinfeld is fully about people who embrace that part of your brain that is there, but you have manners.
Yeah,
you avoid
exactly.
It, basically, and these people just can't be bothered to ignore that part. They just lean into it.
Yeah. I forget. I think it was like a quote from Roger Ebert, but Roger Ebert, I think, once called movies like an empathy machine. And you know, done right, I agree. Like, you know, a movie can put you in the mindset of a person who you would normally have no perspective on, like what their life experience is or something like that. But the funny thing about Seinfeld is like, you can just watch it. Like it's a sitcom. It's about people being dicks, kind of. It's just about a bunch of assholes who are yeah. So
bunch of New York Jews.
Bunch of New York. Yeah, those are his words. Like I did not paraphrase. That was that was his. So anyways, he's not into the meth stuff, so he hasn't seen Breaking Bad. And he did not like Mad Max Fury Road. He did like Ghostbusters, the first new one with Paul Rudd, but he did not like the new one that just came out, which he did not watch in a theater. He watched it on his illegal movie download website. Which, honestly, fair. Like, don't spend money to see the Ghostbuster. If
I was gonna watch it, I would not be spending money. I would not be.
I don't want to reinforce that in a positive manner, you know?
No, that if they sell tickets, they're just gonna make more Ghostbusters.
Exactly. Please don't. Please stop.
No more, please. We got it. We understand.
Yeah.
I get what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Move on. I understand.
So, anyways, so that's who I'm working with. By the way, that's who I see on it. And you know, did I mention I called him exhausting? That's
you did.
So, anyways,
what can you do?
What can you do? I gotta make a fucking paycheck, you guys. I can talk about a show that I did like, or I do like, actively, like that. Currently, to make this episode not a complete bummer full of making fun of death and also racism.
Come on.
On a DrawBomb episode?
That's not what this show is.
What? You kidding me?
Disagree.
What? At dinner time, we were we finished watching whatever show we were watching last. Like, we have I have a show that I watch with my family in like the hours of like 7 to 8, and I have a show that I watch with the family when we're at dinner. And these are two separate different shows because sometimes the vibe is just different. But the show, I've been watching Newhart. That's the 7 to 8 show, which Newhart, I like it. It's a funny show. Bob Newhart, funny guy. The show definitely got better as it went on. But anyways, but the show I want to talk about is so the show that we watched during dinner is Abbott Elementary.
Oh yeah. Somebody was just asking me about this the other day if I had seen it. They heard it was good, and I had heard it was good also, but I have not seen it.
Yeah, I can confirm. I had heard it was good, and I was like, oh, sick, I'll check it out. And then 2 years later, I'm finally checking it out. It is good. I like it.
Cool.
It's sweet. It's heartwarming. It's about, first of all, the main character who played Chris Rock in Everybody Hates Chris. He's a character, but he's an adult now, which is crazy to see because I'm like, wow, I recognize that dude from when he was as young as I was.
Right. And now he's as old as I is.
Exactly. But he plays a character in it. But anyways, it's a show. First of all, it's set in Philadelphia, but that doesn't color my perception of it. Although it does.
That, but then you led with that, so I don't know if I believe.
No, I felt like I had to get that out of the way first. But they do have like a couple of extra jokes about Philadelphia that I'm just like, ha! I get that. I get that reference.
That was written for me.
Hey, I like this show because it's set in Philadelphia. No.
I'm the target demographic.
What? Crazy. But anyways, it's about this. If you can imagine from the name of the show, it's set in an elementary school.
Oh, that explains a lot. Honestly.
Yeah. But it explains some things are clicking, some things are coming together.
I just don't like those meth shows, you know.
Yeah, I don't like those school shows. I didn't go to school very much.
I'm gonna start saying that when I
just don't like
tell me about something. Just pick one like basic, like one thing that's just part of the show. Like, say you don't like it because of that, even though it's like the show's obviously not about like. It doesn't matter how you feel about meth. Like Breaking Bad, that's not what the show's about. I mean, it's about meth, but it's not. That's not a genre. You don't get to just say I don't like meth shows. Meth shows aren't a genre.
By the way, this guy also, he was like, yeah, I didn't watch Inglourious Bastards. I'm not a big fan of war movies. And I'm like, it's really not a war movie. It's
not. But he probably wouldn't like it. Probably made the right choice.
Yeah. But like, it's really not a war movie. In fact, it's not historically accurate at all, I would say, in a lot of ways. Anyway, so Abbott Elementary. It's about teachers in a really underfunded public elementary school, and like the principal is awful, like just an awful human being, which is kind of true to life because I have family who have worked in schools, and not all the time, but a lot of the time the principal is an awful person. But anyways, it's a really underfunded public school. And it's about these teachers, and they're just trying to teach their students, and like it's they get in all kinds of zany situations, obviously, but it's got like heart, it's got realness to it, and like what I really like is at the end of the day, the teacher characters do like care about giving the kids a better like school and like learning experience. And B, they may act like assholes to each other, but at the end of the day, they do like look out for each other, which is just kind of nice to see in a TV show, kind of. And so it's like it's very funny, but it's also got like that nice heartwarming aspect to it that sometimes I crave in my TV.
You do like that.
I do like some heartwarming. What can I say?
It's weird that you watch shows that don't just make you feel like shit all the time, like the rest of us. What's wrong?
What's wrong with me? I'm so fucked up. Yo, that dude watches shows that make him feel good. How fucked up is that guy, dude?
What a baby.
Whoa,
TV's meant to make you
I'm scared of that guy.
Xenophobic.
Yeah. You're supposed to watch like 3 people die horribly at least an episode. Like that dude watches shows about friendship? What the fuck? You can make those?
Stupid.
Dude, that guy is dangerous. I don't like that.
I don't trust him.
Anyway, so it's a good show.
I like wholesome stuff, but it has to be done right. I don't know. I often get turned away by it.
I know that. I feel like Ted Lasso is definitely a show where you.
Yeah, kind of.
Hit that
I don't
wrong end.
that show. It's just a little too. It's not. It almost feels lazy how wholesome it is. If that makes sense.
Right. No, I completely understand where you're coming from because like they lay like
I think wholesome stuff is fun and good and needed.
Yeah.
It feels like it feels like you're writing like a children's book, and in the end, everyone hugged. The end.
Yeah.
Lived happily ever after.
Here's what I'll say: the first season of Ted Lasso, I thought was like pretty flawless, almost. Like I'm not saying it's like the perfect show.
Quite a bit.
I thought the first season was done like threaded that needle like almost perfectly. But what I will say is that like seasons 2 and 3, it's like how like a burger if you have like a light layering of mayonnaise on the top of the bun, and I'm not a mayonnaise guy, but you put like the lightest layer of mayonnaise on the top bun of a hamburger.
Ian loves dry ass burgers. He wants it to be like
ass burger. Dry ass burger.
His favorite condiment on a burger? Sand.
But you know, put a light layer of mayo on the top of that bun on that burger. That's a good burger, you know. That's gonna enhance the burger scenario. But you put too much mayo on the top of that bun, I'm out of here. You know, that ain't for me.
You put the mayo on the top of your bun?
Not like on top of it, but like, you know, the top, like the top bun.
Because I was gonna say this guarantees that you were the murderer suspect if you it's on the top of your bun.
Underside, yeah, that would be fucking weird. Like, I get my fingers all mayo-y when I like grip it.
I wouldn't be friends with you anymore. The first time I like travel out to meet you after being like collaborators and friends online for like a decade, and then we go get a burger and you eat it like that, I would have got on a plane 5 seconds later and left. Never spoke to you again.
Put mayo on like the sesame seeds, and I'm just like, I grip it like with all my fingers, and then it's just like.
The trick is to spray the mayo into your mouth first, and then when you eat the sandwich, the mayo's already there waiting.
Oh, I got all this mayo on my hands. And I'm not a mayo guy, but that light layer of mayo on the underside of the top bun of the burger is pretty dope. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
It's good. It enhances things. So anyways, but Ted Lasso is just like glooping that mayo under the top bun. They're glooping it on the bottom bun. They're glooping it on the top and bottom of the bun. You know what I mean? Like they're glooping that bun.
Instead of a burger, it's just mayo.
Yeah, they just dip that burger in mayo, like just a vat. And so it gets pretty overwhelming. But like Abbott Elementary, I feel like so far has threaded the needle very nicely. Where it's like,
nice.
Like they have one character. Her name's I want to say it's Barbara, but she's like this older black woman, and she's very like she has like a really great voice. I don't know how to describe it, but she's like, "Oh, darling." I don't know. She's got like that great. She's just got a great voice. But she's.
You like to listen to her talk.
I do. Like she could read me a fucking lullaby.
I know voices like that.
Yeah, her voice is phenomenal. And her character is great because she's a hard ass when she needs to be, but then she comes in with like the respect and like the care. So like, you know, she's not like she's got like that duality to her, which I really think makes her interesting. And there's this one scene where like she made a bet with the principal, and then the principal like tries to pay her in Bitcoin, and she's like, I don't do that. And so the principal's like, fine. And then she like takes money. She's like, because trust me, you do not want to owe me money. And I'm like, that feels so threatening, but like at the same time, like I understand where she's coming from. I don't know. She's a great character. I like her character a lot. But yeah, no, it's a great show. I really highly recommend watching Abbott Elementary.
Yeah, I've heard good things. I'll check it out. I think it was an episode of Smartless. They were talking to the showrunner.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Cool. She's been like I saw her in Hot Ones like two after we like had just watched like the second episode. I saw her in Hot Ones, and I was like, oh shit. And then like the day after, like 2 days ago, I saw one of the other characters like in a commercial for like HGT, I don't know, something about garden gnomes, I don't remember. So I was like, oh cool. So these the actors on this show.
Commercials for those now?
No, I don't know. I think it was like for Amazon, but it was about garden gnomes. But I was just like, oh cool, like the actors are, you know, getting work, which means like the show is doing well enough that like they're kind of, you know,
I've only heard good things about it.
It's really good. I really like the show. Cool. I highly recommend.
Check it out.
Yeah, please do.
Right now we're watching the newest season of Curb.
Nice.
I think it's the final season, so that's a thing. Bummer, it's been fun. I like it quite a bit. It's sad also because Richard Lewis just died like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, such a fucking bummer.
It's weird. I mean, I'm sure like in hindsight they would both think it's cool and funny that this happened, but like literally like the first episode I think you see him this season, him and Larry are trying to like, or he's like trying to get Larry to put him in his will, and then like vice versa. He's like, I put you in my will, Larry, and Larry's like, don't do that, it's stupid. And he's like, no, you're my best friend, and I want you to be. He's like, you just want me to do that because you want me to put you in my will. And he's like, well, you should. I mean, if I put you in mine. And he's like, no, fuck you. Like, but
I can already I can already see like Richard Lewis like wants Larry to put him in his wills, and like he gets offended that Larry thinks it's stupid, or so, like he gets offended, doesn't he?
Yeah. And there's like this whole thing where they're like arguing with each other who's gonna die first. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna live so much longer than you piece of shit.
That's hilarious.
So it's interesting because he just did pass away, but
yeah,
you know,
well, they had to have known to some extent, right? Like I'm
yeah,
sure,
probably.
I'm sure they yeah.
I think he was fighting cancer for a while.
Yeah,
and not in this season he looks pretty frail and maybe he's not doing so well.
It's really weird when that happens. Like there was I don't know if you ever watched the TV show Black Jesus.
I didn't.
It's a great show. I actually highly recommend Black Jesus as well.
Yeah, you have recommended that one before.
Great show. There's a Christmas episode that I watch a lot of years with the family. Because it's like
family likes it too.
The family likes it. Yeah, I got the family to watch all of it. They're big fans. Yeah, and none of us are religious, by the way. So, or I guess maybe mom is, but like not enough to like do anything religious-y. But none of us are like really religious. But we like Black Jesus, and we're like, the best part about Black Jesus is he totally acts like how Jesus would act, like, cause people will just like fuck him over, and like he's like in the ghetto, and like people will fuck him over, and he's like, man, that's fucked up, but I love you and I forgive you. And it's like. It's such a great dynamic. Like they play him so well. Like he plays a great Jesus. Like they just like he gets the vibe just right. I don't know. It's great. It's a great show. Highly recommend.
Real quick. Leviathan Den says, got my graphics down pretty well, 120 frames per second. I'm playing Alex. Gotta say how impressed I am with the Quest 3 clarity. Yeah, I'm sure it's cool. I have the 2. I'll probably wait till like the 4 or something. Like I'm not gonna buy one anytime soon.
Yeah.
But that's cool. And then he says, all right, boys, have a good night. Thanks for the great stream. Have a good one. Thanks for popping in.
Thanks for hanging out while we complained the whole time.
Well, it's gotta be super entertaining to watch, right?
We're so fucking entertaining, you guys. Come listen to us babble. What was I saying?
You were talking about Black.
Well, yeah, but Black Jesus was honestly a tangent from whatever. Okay, actually, I do remember now. Black Jesus, Charlie Murphy's a character in it. And the first season, he looks like Charlie Murphy. And then the second season, he's like, wow, Charlie Murphy's like really skinny. Like, is he okay? Turns out he wasn't. Which is really fucking sad. Was that?
Did he die from cancer?
Leukemia, I think. Yeah, specifically.
Leukemia. Okay, so that's what, like blood.
It's yeah, I want to say it's like it's wow. Why I should know what leukemia is.
I think it's blood cancer.
Yeah, it's like a blood cancer or something like that. Let's look it up. Blood cancer. You got it. You nailed it.
There you go.
But yeah, so he had a. So yeah, that's it's always weird when you see, because you can kind of just like see it and you're just like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope.
But it's fun that they're still. I don't know. I'm assuming they want to be. It's nice when you see somebody who's like sick. It's like at least nice that they're still like doing things creatively that they enjoy. Amidst that, instead of just like, I feel like a lot of people when they get sick, they just kind of like vanish until the end. And that always seems sad too. Although, I mean, do whatever if that's what you want to do.
Everyone grieves in their own way, Yeah. Or copes, I guess, is a more accurate term for somebody who's doing the suffering. But yeah, so yeah, it's really like when I found out that Richard Lewis died, I was like, oh my god. And like, how I found out was I don't go on any social media a lot, but I will like occasionally pop into Instagram to like check messages, because like sometimes people just like message me exclusively on Instagram or whatever. And then like the top post was like just Paul F. Tompkins posting a picture of Richard Lewis, and I was just like, oh no, no one does this for alive people.
Yeah.
That bummed me out.
I mean, at least he lived like a long life.
Yeah, he lived a long time. I
Him
assume.
And Larry David were born the same day in the same hospital. Apparently.
No shit. Well, that's cool.
There you have it.
There you have it. Brandon.
Yes, Ian.
Are we almost done with the show?
Well, yes, I do have something to plug. Our newest movie.
Oh yeah.
Last time we streamed, we were making it. Now it's made. It's out there. You can watch it. What's it called? We have to find the wizard.
We have to stop the wizard.
Stop the wizard. We have to find him as the prequel that we're gonna make later.
Ooh, yeah.
And then the
reboot.
Fair,
Go ahead. I'll let you finish what you were saying.
No, I was just doing a bit about the stuff we complained about.
Okay. I was just gonna say, to be fair, we do find him. Finding him is like the first.
It happens in this, so it wouldn't make sense to me.
Yeah, the first 3/4 of the movie. Hey, Kyle! Thank you. He says he loves the drawing, and he did a sub. He did a subscribe.
Aw, thanks, pal.
Thank you, Kyle.
You.
We still don't know why people give us money, but they do. We truly don't know.
Because we're that wholesome mayonnaise Ted Lasso.
Yeah, we're that
on the outside of your bun.
We got that Ted Lasso mayonnaise, dude.
Yeah, we make people feel good about themselves in comparison.
And their chainsaw murders.
No, we like to keep it light here.
We keep it light. Yeah, so check out our movie. It's on the YouTubes, or you can just search "We Have to Stop the Wizard." I'm pretty sure it's the first thing that pops up if you type that exact phrase. If you search DrawBomb, it's one word. Okay, just look up it with it's one word. If you look up 2 words, you're gonna get a lot of tutorials on how to draw what is essentially copyright infringement of our mascot character, who is a bomb.
We invented we trademarked a bomb.
Yeah.
You know.
Because that's just how we do.
Check it out. Don't search DrawBomb. Search DrawBomb.
DrawBomb.
No spaces.
No spaces. And then you will find it. We got some more empty head buffets coming soon. We have some special guest voices coming to that. I won't spoil them until they are in the movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, we're gonna be working with some fun people.
Very exciting stuff. Still kind of blows me away that they said yes, agreed. Even though it was Lisa's doing. Lisa's the reason that they.
She's good.
She's good. She's good.
She knows how to trick people into working with us.
Yeah, she's our number one.
Everybody's been delightful and seems excited to collaborate with.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I hope it leads to more collaborations with cool people in the future. Potentially with the same people more in the future. I would also not be mad about that.
Yeah.
I can't think of any. Check out if you want to see us bitch and moan about movies even more. We do have a page where we upload all of these old episodes. So if you're ever looking for something to cancel us with, we got archives and archives of us just speaking off the cuff in 2-hour snippets.
You finish this episode and you're like, boy, that was just so good, and I wish there was more. You're in luck. There's so much more.
There's too much more. Too much more. One of our most viewed videos on that channel, it does feature a DrawBomb character in a one-piece swimsuit. So that's YouTube. Ooh. It was the Baywatch one. I think that one has like one of our most views.
Maybe we got there's some Rule 34 stuff existing out there of the DrawBomb man.
We got all the Coomers coming to our channel.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Maybe some. Yeah.
What are we doing?
Well, we have made it. I feel like we will have made it if we see Rule 34 of our draw bombs by like somebody we don't know who they are. You know.
Oh, okay. There's the catch. I was gonna say, is that all it takes? I'll go draw some right now.
No, it's got to be.
And we're there, baby.
We're there. We've made it. We've broken through.
I feel like when we trademarked the bomb, that is what, you know, that was kind of our claim to fame, because now like the military owes us billions of dollars.
Yeah, so many. I don't know why we've never followed up on that. That would really.
Everyone else who uses bombs has to pay us, and it turns out a lot of people use them. Oppenheimer, we made bucks off of that movie.
Oppenheimer, more like popping them dimers into my wallet. You know what I mean? Jeez.
You keep you keep coins, loose coins inside.
No,
your wallet?
fuck no. I hate it because they fall out. And my pockets. They fall out of my pockets too.
Can't have that.
This outro is going on forever, but I don't have anything else. Do we plug anything else?
I don't think so, but you're still coloring. You're doing I see your little cursor moving around the screen doing some little things.
Now that I learned I can alpha lock, I'm like recoloring our lines sometimes.
I know, that's what. Okay, you'll have to show me after we hang up, or after we end the show. I mean, you'll have to show me where I do that.
Okay, yeah, I'll be happy to help me. I just gotta fix one more color, and then I'm calling it quits after that. Forever. The show's over. That's it. This is the last one.
Yeah, we want to like shut down the show and stop making it before Leviathan Den reaches his goal of 100K.
That's right.
Can't have that, you know.
That's too much.
It's kind of like in Chuck E. Cheese, like they had like a PlayStation up there that was like 1 million tickets.
Oh
That's if some kid actually cashed that in, the whole place would fall apart. They can't have not have that.
Although to be fair, like you would have had to spend a lot of money on Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
Yeah, no, I know.
To get that PlayStation, it's like you think it's a steal. What's up?
It's not. Could you go to layer Chaps 1 and some of my ripples and like splashes and stuff, just change that to like a blue instead of being all black?
Yeah.
It's very messy. I don't know how to alpha.
How's that? Oh, I'm turning the ducks blue now.
Well, you got all the ducks too. Yeah,
I'll fix it.
You'll have to be a little.
I'll fix this.
You'll have to thread the needle a little bit more. But yes, that is what I had.
Anyways, yeah, check out our movie. It's the best movie since Oppenheimer.
Whoa. We're allowed to say because we own the right to stop it.
That's right. Every time someone goes to see Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan pays us $2.
That's pretty good.
That would be a fucking sweet deal.
We'd never have to work again.
Yeah, we really wouldn't. His royalty checks would be enough.
He turned a little bit of that old man's shoe blue too, just so you know.
Son of a bee sting. It's a blue shoe. Blue suede shoe.
Sponsored by Blue Shoe.
Yeah, folks, if you want to make sure your shoes are blue, get Blue Shoe. Don't feel blue, get a blue shoe. Man, when we get sponsored, hey folks, do you want your data sold? Your confidential data sold? BetterHelp for you. Yeah. Do you want?
Who's gonna be the first one to sponsor us?
Hey guys, do you need a website? Boy, I do too. That's why I got Squarespace.
DrawBomb doesn't have a website yet. We are sponsored by Squarespace.
We're Squarespace.
If we ever make one, we'll use Squarespace. I think this drawing's good.
This drawing's pretty. Oh shit! Hold on. Drawing's pretty dang good. Drawing's pretty dang good. Fix the blish. Hold on, I'm gonna do one more. I'm trying to. What? There it is.
Only thing I could think if you were gonna. Oh, what were you gonna say?
I was just trying to remember what layer I drew this. But it's not anymore. This coastline. Some of it's not.
Maybe give that old lady a couple little quick little shadows, huh? Throw on a little multiply layer, maybe just a little gray, just a little swoopity swoop on a few edges. Make her match that old man. What do you think about that, there, buddy?
Control make me an operator.
In the meantime,
why don't you make me an Oppenheimer?
I think you are, aren't you? Are you not?
I think we still haven't figured out how to make that like consistent.
Well, the last few episodes you've just had it because I have it set.
Oh, I don't know why they're not
letting
me.
You should. You should be able to do everything.
Hello, operator. It says I'm not an operator.
Really, I have you set as one. Let me.
Oh my God, I'm an operator.
Yeah, well, it should. I mean, it stayed saved for a few episodes before it just deleted it. Maybe it updated it to drop out.
Oh, true, maybe.
I don't know. But well, while you're finishing that up, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks Lotus Claw. Thanks Leviathan Dan. Thanks Mad Lad. Thanks Crazy Kyle. Thanks. I
think that's
everyone who lurked.
Yeah. Thank you, Tim Burton, for breaking my brain.
Day-o.
Oh God.
Day-o.
Like I don't know why, but like I was already sick of like we did a slowed down dramatic version of the songs. Somehow like that, like I don't know why, but that song was like the one, like don't touch that one, okay? Don't
just another one of those things where it seems like, these people get paid a lot. They've been making films their whole lives. They have to be better at it than I would be. Why don't they see these common pitfalls that are just like, don't do the stuff that makes it seem like you're making a parody of a remake.
Yeah, it's like how Walk Hard came out and like completely roasted the biopic genre, and I still see them doing every single trope from the biopic genre.
As soon as you get called out, you have to stop and you have to start finding new ways to do your thing, right?
Yeah, you'd think.
If you don't, then you look like a joke.
Well, Hollywood's a joke, baby.
But they do it anyway. They do it anyway.
Made me so mad. And I think it's just because like that song itself is just kind of like goofy a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a really whimsical scene. And then they just. Do you remember the original where that happened?
I was just gonna say, you know what? You know how in the original where they like that happens the first time and then they try to like exploit it for like personal gain and profit?
Yeah.
It writes itself. It's already, they're doing it. It's like,
yep, there it is.
The people who are making the movie are those characters who then try to exploit the ghosts in the scene.
The juice is loose, baby.
God. Fucking.
I don't remember even a single moment of it, but a show I used to watch a lot as a kid, and my brain erased all of it. Beetlejuice cartoon.
I remember exactly one thing from the Beetlejuice cartoon, which I also watched a bunch as a kid. And that was, there's a scene where they're talking to these skeleton pirates, and there's a pirate with a hook for a hand, and he's like, rah, 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 he's saying pirate stuff. And then he's like, any questions? And then Beetlejuice says, yeah, I got one. How do you pick your nose with that thing? And then he goes, very, very carefully. And that's the one thing I remember from the Beetlejuice cartoon.
Michael Keaton's been playing reboot characters for like the last
10 years. Yeah, like he was Batman, he was Beetlejuice, he was a character. He was a character in the Spider-Man movie, but he was a original character. I think. I don't remember.
Right. I don't know. I guess I just don't feel anything anymore.
I'm just numb.
I just don't feel anything.
Yeah, but what's
I'm gonna go walk. I'm gonna go after this episode. I'm gonna go outside and go for a walk in the woods.
I'm gonna stare into the middle distance and slowly walk into a pond. What was the quote from Tim Robinson where he's like, I just don't even want to be alive anymore.
I don't want to be around anymore.
Anyways, bye, folks. See ya.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye. I am empty. I am a soulless husk.